NBA. Just give him a couple more years.
How many more years does he need?
So, I mean, he went back-to-back Final Fours. So he's got the pedigree there. So Zari Smith to Charlotte, I think that would be a very good pick for them to pair next to Kemba, who I could end up seeing leaving here in a little bit, but maybe that'll get him to stay.
All right, then we have 12 and 13 as the Clippers, so I'm just going to combine these two. I think they take, I can't pronounce his name, Shair Gilgeous-Alexander from, do you know who it is?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I can't pronounce
He's
his
got
name.
a weird name.
But he shot 40% last year from the perimeter. As a solid guard. And then they take Miles Bridges out of Michigan State, who's, again, another solid wing, really athletic. That fills two big needs for the Clippers, who are kind of rebuilding now. I think they're going to let DeAndre Jordan go. And that's two. They're in a great position because they can get two really athletic, really solid players, young, to come off and just, slowly start to rebuild that Clippers organization.
I'm going to take Colin Sexton at 12. I think he's one of my favorite players in the draft. I think he's going to be really good. He's a spark. He's really fast. And then at 13, I think they're going to take Dante DiVincenzo, the Villanova guy.
Wow.
Everyone talks like I think he's a great player. I think he can be a really good player. He's a great shooter. So I think they're just going to set up that backcourt with Sexton and DiVincenzo for many years to come.
That's pretty high for DiVincenzo, I think. 14, the Nuggets. I think they take Lonnie Walker out of Miami. Another probably I think the most explosive players in this draft. Really good guard out of Miami. Nuggets could use him in that backcourt. I think Lonnie Walker here would be a solid pick.
I think Lonnie Walker's going to Milwaukee, and I think I'm going to record that you calling him the most explosive player in the draft.
What does that matter?
When you try to trash him when the Bucks draft him, that's what I'm going to have. Okay. I have Robert Williams. He's a power forward center from Texas A&M. They need a young talent. I think he's going to be a player you kind of can invest in and take some time to develop, and I think the Nuggets will take him there at 14.
15, the last pick we're going to do. Again, we're only doing the top 15. I think they take Robert Williams. The Wizards take Robert Williams here. Robert Williams is a guy who I talked about in our tournament, predictions leading up to them. He was a really good player for Texas A&M, really good inside guy, and I think the Wizards could really use a solid inside player. Gortat's pretty good, but I think Robert Williams is a guy who could be a game changer, somebody that Bradley Beal and John Wall could kind of lean on that inside. He's really tall, and I just think he's a really good rebounder, and he can score. So I think that's a solid pick for the Wizards.
I got Miles Bridges here. The Wizards have been looking for a wing desperately for years and years and years, and I think this could be their pick to do it. If they don't do it in free agency eventually, they need someone to develop the inside wing game instead of, they got their backcourt set up, but they need everything else. So.
All right, well, that's it for our mock draft. Where do you guys think Grayson Allen goes?
Nowhere.
You don't.
He's a shithole. So.
Yeah, Turner doesn't like him,
but second or third round maybe.
There's no third round.
Yeah,
he's creeping up the boards. I think he goes 21 to the Jazz, and I don't know what kind of player he's gonna develop into, but
a piece of shit bench player.
Yeah, because he destroyed you in the championship game.
Trust. Who's your college basketball?
Ohio State. We won the tournament last year, and you guys didn't. So
where'd they go?
All right. Well, that's it for our mock draft. We're going to move now to baseball, but before that, I wanted to remind you that our show is brought to you by A's Lawn Service. Since 2014, A's has been providing professional landscaping services to many homes around Northeast Ohio. A's Lawn Service is a really good company, local company around us. We know the guy. We know Andrew. He's one of our good friends. We're going to have him on the show probably sometime. He provides really good landscaping services, and I don't have the ad read in front of me, so I'm going to have to get it on.
You don't have to get it.
Well, I don't have the phone number.
I think it's something. I forget what it is.
But give him a call. I have the ad read now. The phone number is 330-241-2392. Again, 330-241-2392. And the email is lawnservice.a's@gmail.com. A's Lawn Service LLC. You grow it, we cut it. So baseball now is we're moving into the dog days a little bit. games just kind of roll on. Not a lot of storylines, but the trade deadline is coming up in under a month, I think. We had our first big move yesterday. The Nationals have been looking for bullpen help everywhere they can find it. They made a deal last year for Doolittle, who's been a solid piece for them. But they did trade yesterday three prospects for Kelvin Herrera to the Royals. Herrera was kind of that last big piece of that bullpen that won them the World Series a couple years ago, and now he's being shipped off to the Nationals. He was their closer. I don't know what role he's going to take with the Nationals, but solid piece, and a lot more of these stories are going to be coming out here with this deadline coming up. Next, we have the last baseball story is the Astros. They have won 12 straight. They won, I think, 11 in a row on the road, which is pretty impressive. Again, they're not against great teams. I don't think they'll touch 22 like we did last year, the Indians.
But the Astros won the World Series last year, so I don't know
why does that
how
matter?
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, what does that matter?
Yeah, exactly. 22 doesn't mean anything.
Well, 22 straight games is pretty
You
impressive.
rather have a World Series or 22 straight wins?
I'm just saying it's impressive.
22 straight wins or a World Series.
I mean, we won 22 straight games last year. I don't think 12 games is even a story so far. I
And
don't
you
know why.
choked in the playoffs again because
How
you're
was
Cleveland.
your playoffs?
Because you're Cleveland.
How was the playoffs last
It
year?
doesn't matter if you don't choke. One nation's happy at the end of the year. That was the Astros.
my gosh. All right. Well, both of you guys were on the couch last year in October, and we were sitting there and playing some games.
Sitting there choking away.
But I don't think it's a story. I don't think the Astros winning 12 straight is a big deal right now. Talk to me when they win 10 more, and then we'll start covering it a little bit more.
Because they're the best team in baseball and they won the World Series.
So the Brewers were the best team in baseball.
So them winning 12 straight games.
Wait,
isn't a story.
you said the Brewers, best record, best team, hottest team, first one to 30 wins, first team to 30 wins. What happened?
The Astros are the hottest team. They've won 12 straight.
What happened to you guys? You guys cooled down?
I mean, where are you guys at?
We're first place.
So are we.
Barely.
Barely are you either.
We're first place by
You're
3
fighting
games.
with the goddamn Tigers.
3 games.
The Tigers.
3 games.
Who's Tigers on the Tigers, Johnny? Name me 5 players on Tigers right now.
Miguel Cabrera.
He's hurt.
Castellanos, Fulmer.
Oh, I've heard that.
I'm asking Johnny.
That's like all I know.
Yeah,
Still,
exactly. It's the Tigers.
We won 2 straight already, so we're coming
straight,
for that
12
record. But that's it for baseball. We're going to move now to football. Go with our 32 teams and 32 shows. We're going to start with the Chargers in the AFC West. We're going to crack into this division over the next 2 weeks. Another solid division. I think the Chargers are going to win this division this year. They went 9-7 last year. They didn't really add a lot over the offseason. They added Pouncey from Miami. They also added Virgil Green, but they lost Hunter Henry. That's going to hurt a lot. Hunter Henry was a really good young tight end. Without Antonio Gates, I think he's going to take the next step this year. Do they bring back Antonio Gates? I don't know. I think they should. But they didn't lose really that much in the offseason. I mean, you count Trey Boston, but they added Derwin James in the draft, who I think has a much higher ceiling than Trey Boston. They also added I can't pronounce the name. The guy from USC, the pass rusher. I can't pronounce it at all, so you're gonna have to look that up.
What's it?
Johnny's the big name.
I
can't.
Yeah, I can't. Whatever. All right. He was a good pass rusher out of USC. We'll see what happens there, but this pass rush is one of the best in all of football with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Then they got Casey Hayward, probably one of the best corners in the league. You got Jason Verrett, who when healthy is also a very good corner. Then you put Derwin James in that center, kind of be the center fielder of that defense. And you got a really, really good defense to watch out for. And this offense with Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordan, who's okay. And then you have Mike Williams, who we didn't get to see a lot last year, but if he plays well, this is a really good team. And I think they could come for, I'm not going to say Super Bowl contenders because they're too young, but I think they make the playoffs this year. I think they establish themselves as one of the top teams.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers is one of my favorite players, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league by far. Then you got Melvin Gordan from Running Back University in the backfield there. I think he's a top 5 running back in the league.
Oh,
He's not a top 5 running back.
Name me your top 5.
David Johnson, Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that's not
This is not even close.
There's
Uh,
Alvin Kamara.
Kamara.
You think Alvin Kamara is better than Melvin
Yes.
Gordon? That's
He was the
classic.
23rd
That's
best.
classic.
Oh
okay,
my
so
God.
Melvin Gordon is easily a hands down top 5 running back.
He's
in the
not
league.
easily a hands down.
They just named me Alvin Kamara, so you know who's talking. Then you got great receiving
There's
core.
a
No,
lot.
what's his
Um,
name? Eagles.
Garrett,
shoot.
no.
No.
Ajayi?
Yeah, Jai's
No,
better.
I wouldn't say Ajayi's better.
You're
I'm trying to think.
Choke. All right, and then you got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams.
There's
I think
no way.
it has the ceiling to be one of the better receiving cores in the league. So if you put that all together, minus the injuries, you've got one of the better offenses in the league. Their offensive line's coming together. If Phillip Rivers can play the way he's played, now he's got some weapons. Their offense can be really, really good, and I don't think people realize that. And then you look at the defense side of the ball. Travis said it, Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, that's literally honestly one of the best pass rushing combos in the league, minus maybe their own division in Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. But then you look at the corners, they have one of the best secondaries in the league in Casey Hayward, Jason Verrett. Now you add Derwin James in the back end of that. It's very good all around. I really, really, really think that a piece that I like that people don't talk about is the defense coordinator, Gus Bradley. He was the head coach in Jacksonville for a while.
LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy. I was going to
Look
say.
at the stats.
LaShawn McCoy is so much better. Here we go. I'm going to say running backs that are better than Melvin and then Gordon. Okay? Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Gurley,
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott,
Yeah.
David Johnson,
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy,
Yes, LaShawn McCoy's so
Kamara.
much better.
I'm just gonna go.
He
I
gets
think
the ball 30 times a game.
Hey,
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, I
yeah,
think's
yeah.
better. He led the league last year.
He
Leonard
had
Fournette.
4 good games, and then he sucked the rest
Leonard
of the season.
Fournette, I think's better. I think Mark Ingram's
Leonard
better.
Fournette's
I
definitely
think Jordan
better.
Howard's better. I think Devontae Freeman's better.
Okay. Then you talk about the Chargers while I look up stats for you. So who's one you want me? Who's one that I think?
McCoy.
I want you.
Please look up
LaShawn McCoy gets the ball 35 times.
No, I
a
want
game.
you to look up.
He's so good.
I want you to look up Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
a good little matchup.
And you got to add receiving into
We
there
need
too.
Brian right now. Just-
Howard.
Yeah, but this
Bears.
is so stupid. This
Yeah,
is a
this is-
really
Okay,
dumb.
well, I'll
Yeah,
just do
just
top.
because he went to Wisconsin. doesn't
Yeah,
make
it
him
doesn't
good.
make. He's just
He's
decent.
good,
running back.
but he's not.
He's not that good.
Running backs in the league.
All right, well,
Well, anyways, Chargers. I think
I'm gonna
they're-
get experts because Travis is no.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
while
you're
he does
an
that,
expert.
I think the Chargers. I feel like their big issue too is just like staying healthy the last couple of
Yeah.
years, and
also
I
they
like-
have a problem with closing games because there's always really close games and
Yeah.
then they just blow it. And they've had kicking problems and they brought in a different kicker, Caleb Sturgis, this year. I think that could help, but they have a problem finishing out games and really, they lose by like 3.
they're always that
Yeah.
team every year. Like halfway through the season, they're like just like if they just get get in the playoffs, watch out. But
Like
never,
9-7, 8-8 is always a predictable record for the Chargers.
they're getting better though.
I
Phillip
think
Rivers,
I think this year they go.
defense is a lot better.
I think they go 12-4 this year. Establish themselves as
Mike
one of the
Williams,
best
too.
teams in the league, and I think I'm not going to say next year. I think the year after they establish themselves as a Super Bowl contender.
Keenan Allen says he always gets hurt too. He's got
Yeah,
issues
but
with that. I don't know.
He had a good year last, and Mike Williams, if he can stay healthy,
He's
was it coming
How
over
tall?
there?
Isn't he like 6'5"?
Who?
What?
Something like that.
Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really
Big.
big.
Yeah.
How's it coming over there, big dog?
My internet's not working.
Yeah, there you go. My internet's not working.
Okay,
He said
well,
LaShawn McCoy.
With Sean McCoy. Oh my
Melvin
god.
Gordon is a top 7 running back in the
No,
league.
Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt,
Actually,
Leonard
you
You
Fournette.
guys keep naming rookies who literally have to go and prove themselves for the second year.
Saquon Barkley's probably.
Would you rather have Mark Ingram or would you rather have Melvin?
Melvin Gordon, hands down, every single day of the year, every single day of the week, every single day in any country,
All right.
Mark Ingram is crap compared to Melvin
What
Gordon.
about Alvin?
Let's look up Mark Ingram stats compared to Melvin Gordon.
What about?
All right, I'm gonna look up the stats because your internet's not working.
Even like.
I just think this is really stupid and this is just really biased.
Yeah, just a little bit.
2017, he had 1,000 yards. He had 1,100 yards.
Melvin Gordon had
Mark
1,100
Ingram.
yards
Mark
too.
Ingram had 27 more yards than him.
And
Paired
he had
with Alvin
27
Kamara.
And that was
27
last
more
year,
yards.
and so you had Alvin Kamara with him.
Melvin Gordon
Oh.
had one of the worst offensive lines in the league, hands down. Hands down.
I don't know about that.
Look up the Chargers' offensive line.
Leonard Fournette only had about 15 less yards than Melvin Gordon.
Great.
And Leonard Fournette was hurt a lot of the year.
So was Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon did not start the entire
I'll
season.
take Leonard Fournette any day of the week.
Because,
over-
well, you're an idiot.
I'll
So,
take. Are you?
Look up the offensive
Are you
line of the
serious?
Chargers, and
Wait,
I
so
want
on
you
the
to do
Packers, you'd rather have Melvin?
that. Yes, hands down, because the
Okay,
Packers have a
then.
great offensive line.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Look up the Chargers had a bottom 10 offensive line last year.
Jordan Howard. Would you say the Bears have a good offensive line?
Better than the Chargers. Hands
I
down.
don't think so. And Jordan Howard, paired with Tariq Cohen, had 200 more rushing yards than Melvin